Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Pax Britannica as Second Continental Army. Let's continue on from the last left off. So we're building a nice railway between Brigham over into our actual industrial center, because we don't have enough supplies here, because hey, they never decided to build a railroad in this part of the country. Which I guess isn't like a huge surprise, but it's still not what I like to see. Why do I not like to see it? Because hey, guess what? I need supplies, and I don't want to take attrition. That's it, essentially. Okay, so 10,000 rifles. We got one single artillery piece. I mean, that sounds pretty good. And this railroad, I think it's... Okay, it's already finished. Excellent. We have a railroad over in New Jordan. Could potentially be useful for us as well. Okay, the Washington Monument is now finished. The true... we get an extra research slot. Fantastic. The true American Revolution. And the All-American Reclamation Committee focus tree will load. I am ready. I am prepared to fight. What are we using our fuel on? Minus 84. For base gain from refineries, minus 132. Do factories take fuel? Wait a second. Synthetic refineries, fuel gain from refineries, current fuel gain to bonus 10%. I don't know, actually. I don't know if they use fuel, because we are running out of fuel. Which does sound bad. And it sounds bad because it really, really is bad. That's okay. That's okay. By the way, what's going on in the rest of the world? Let's take a quick little gander. So we got the Commonwealth. At some point, I'm hoping that they go to war with the United Kingdom. Probably weakens their faction ever so slightly. And we got Germany. The Balkan War is still going on. Looks like Serbia and Romania will end up winning that fight. Which is not super surprising. I honestly don't think I've ever seen them actually lose that fight. We got the French Empire in Pax Britannica. And I think that's basically about it. I don't think there's any like focus trees in Asia, so we don't need to look over there. And the question is, do we really care what happens in Europe? I mean, kind of. Because what we want is for... This is always false. Okay, wait, over here? Hey, the All-American Reclamation Committee. Boom, done. Do we want to spend 17 points here? I'm not too sure. The true American Revolution. Silence has been broken by a cheater full yelling at drunken men and women throughout Libertyville. Butler has just announced that the Continental Army is now ready to fulfill his dream. Although a few concerned voices were raised and some hesitation was found, ultimately all the Revolutionary Army had agreed to follow Butler's call to march east back to Philadelphia, but the memories of previous sacrifices still laid heavy in minds of many. Ian Butler had held some doubts of the potential success of this so-called American Revolution. The social, political, and economic disruption that such a war would have on those within the loosely defined continental borders, even those outside of it, would be felt for generations to come. But even Dell couldn't crush the hope Butler and his people held. I don't... Okay. We're gonna get this done. Allows the ability to incite revolution in various minor North American nations. Garrison's minus 30%. Everyone is going to get the Eastern threat, which, hey, guess what? Motherfucker, that's us. Okay, so what you want to do is I want to research you so I can actually build these to reinforce some of our armies. Special project. I don't think we can take you because we're not the right country for that. Let's get an artillery upgrade. Even though we don't have any artillery quite yet, I think we want to get that upgrade going. So who is this? Fredonia, New Zion, Nevada, the Piapoth Confederation, Appalachia, Comancheria, Norton Kingdom, Cali, the Standard Oil Company, Fredonia. A lot of people. A lot of people are not going to be happy with what we're doing, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. And guess what? Neither should you. Okay, we're going to do high from the authorities again. Base gain from refineries. Are refineries just broken and they just take fuel instead of giving you fuel? Like, I know that sounds strange. Unless there's a different refinery. Synthetic material refinery? Maybe you take fuel and doesn't really tell us? I mean, that's quite possible. Also, supply lab's only 9,000. Great. I will still say supply hubs in the base game are way, 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 way too expensive. I think like, what, 20,000, 22,000 points? Like, it's actually absurd. Hey, the Committee for State Security. Let's get that going. Let's hit the CSS. So, can we begin invading? The answer looks like it's yes. So, who do you want to go for first? Fredonia or New Zion? Probably Fredonia. You cost 50 political power, but that's okay. Current days are 1. It's not been in that war with at least the last 100 days. More recently, 200 days ago. So, I mean, it looks like it's going to take us, excuse me, quite a while to actually fight these wars. But that's okay. We'll get these units going. Move you in this direction as well. If you want to fight New Zion, has not been at war in the last 100 days, more recently than 200 days ago. I mean, so we need to be at, I mean, it's gonna take, if we need to wait 100 days. Oh, there's like an actual massive war going on in the middle of the country. That is completely AO. If you guys want to kill each other and consolidate your land so I have to fight less wars, I am honestly completely A-okay with that. That works out just fine for us. So we have, current days are 15. I guess we need to be at peace. Everyone's actually declaring war on everybody else. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know why everybody hates everybody else. But that is completely A-okay by me. At least right now. Stabilize North's Grand Offensive. Don't worry about that one too much. Do I want to start training more units? I think the answer right now is yes. Give me another 6. Reinforcements, though, are top priority. Happy birthday, Dacian. 20 years old. Excellent. Okay, let's move you in this direction. The big 2-0. No longer a teenager. They're scary times, but, you know. We'll get through this together. Can I move actually in this? Wait, can I just move here? I think they don't have enough units to actually stop us. So I might be taking unnecessary casualties for no reason. I think they might only have 3 divisions, which means I can actually just walk towards the Fredonia, which works out just fine for us. Semper Tyrannis, political power plus 100, and lost decision, Second American Revolution. So the attack bonus against the United Commonwealth, 6% recruited population. Holy hell! The Great Leap Forward will be removed once the United Commonwealth has been defeated, and I'm assuming you happen presumably after the war's over, after you've unified everything. So at 7 deadly sins, the political power plus 0.1, sweep plus 5. If we focus on decision to improve this national superior while dealing with the degeneracy mechanic. Sloth, gluttony, greed, lust, wrath, envy, and pride. Well, first let's go with Semper Tyrannis. That 6% recruited population is just absolutely absurd. Ooh, a bottle a day. Even though Jacob was warned of the potential life-threatening effects of his alcoholism by his brother, any hope of pulling the man away from the bottle of rum seemed impossible. Every day around late noon, Jacob would disappear from the local saloon for hours, only to re-emerge barely functional, a walking corpse with a belly full of beer. Only on a few occasions did he spare the time to take a break from the poison that was ruining his life, although the whereabouts where Jacob were during such times remained a mystery, till one early Sunday morning. Down the busy streets, amongst the foolery of the Continental troops returning from battle, one can see Jacob, passing a note to the munition guard in return for an unknown object. It would be later revealed that Jacob had in some way managed to obtain a barely conceived image of his family back in Philadelphia. While strange Jacob had a pull to get such an object to the United Commonwealth, let alone the Continental hands, has been left up to speculation. Unfortunately, a few days later, Jacob had committed suicide after finding out that the Continental troops stationed within the town, that both his wife and 2 daughters hadn't made it through the chaos of the trek west, and more likely they had died during the Mississippi River crossing. Well, minus 1 manpower. Let's move you guys, move you like 1 province this way, move you this way as well. Sounds good to me. So you're worth 1, you're worth 1, you're worth 1. I mean, they can't really stop us, right? Like, they have 3 divisions to our 7 on this front. Like, we just outnumber you. So you're kind of just in a sad state. Like, I'm sorry to say. Okay, you're going to be moving around, which is fine by me. And how many days? So does this count up? Okay, it does count up while we're at war as well. Okay, that's good to know. So we should take Liberty in just a second. Boom, boom, boom. You've now been capitulated. You're not cores, though, right? No, you're occupied states. Occupied territories. Autonomous administration sounds fine by me. 1K manpower. You guys would patrol very, very well, but you do require a bunch of, like, mutant dogs. Which does make life a little bit more challenging. Where do I put you guys then? You know what? Just send you back into red for now. That should be more than okay. Because I don't think the free tribes, I don't believe we have to attack them. I don't think they're listed in our... Yeah, they're not listed in here. Oh, I can just core you with 30 and 30. Boom, done, done, and done. Give me the manpower. Give me the factories that exist in that state as well. All of that sounds wonderful. You know what? Since political power, we'll hide from the giant again. Even though we're not using this technically as efficiently as we could be, we should be doing it within like 5 days. This still is okay. Like, I'm not worried about it. I mean, coring this in 15 days is so nice. It's actually, like, so fantastic. So we get the factories, we get some other good stuff here. We've got our agent for the CSS. Let's go with Alger Hiss. Sounds good. And you know what? We're just going to send you straight over to Philadelphia. Figure out what the Americans are up to. Not like us. We're the real Americans. Find out what, like, the fake, shitty, bullshit Americans are up to. Bunch of British lapdogs, I say. Okay, let's all production on you guys. Give me one more on rations as well. And you know what? Give me one more on rifles. Actually, no. Give me one on trains. That probably will be important at some point going into the future. So you're at war with the Pipa Confederacy. You're at war with Appalachia over here as well. Are you allied with each other? You're improving relations. But that doesn't really mean anything, unfortunately. So you're all friends with each other. That's okay. And you only actually weren't actually at war with the Second Commonwealth. Okay, let's go next for the Great Leap Forward. No template for total artillery. I understand that. Warplant East. Warplant East. East calls for liberation or the oppressed people of the United Commonwealth. This has been a large military campaign in our history, and thus we must be carefully planned. The operation will be launched in 3 sectors. Sector North, Sector Sector, and Sector South. The third sector will attack along the Ohio River, reaching New England and the capital, Philadelphia. The southern sector will go toward Florida with the goal of capturing regional agricultural centers and naval bases. And finally, the center sector will march toward Baltimore, Virginia by taking the railroad network there. We can sever all lands to place spies from the north and south. If our offensive is pushed back, we are to retreat and fortify along the Mississippi River. Long live the SCA. Well, again, it's going to take us a while to actually get over to them. I mean, quite a while, I would say, because we still need to kill, what, 1, 2... Let's just say there's many states in between us and them. Many, many, many states. I also would like more fuel. Please and thank you. Because is it, not you. Why am I getting... I gotta mute Discord notifications, man. At some point. Okay. Is it you that require... Because we actually can't even build this. But you are taking our fuel away. I mean, I guess we're not using fuel for any planes or for our tanks or anything like that. But it still is something that we should, 103 days. Not been at war the last 100 days. More recently than 200 days ago. Standard Oil Company has defeated the glorious Norton Kingdom. Hello, Standard Oil. Hello, Rockefeller. How are you doing today? I love that our capital is called Boomtown. I don't know why I like it so much. So does this current day, does it need to get up to 200? Has not been at war in the last 100 days. Current days are 115. More recently than 200 days ago. I mean, it's a little poorly worded, I would say. To the point where I don't really know what it's trying to get at. But I'm sure that's fine. We have a lot of equipment still. We have a lot of infantry rations. Okay, we can cut down on rations a little bit. Let's start building up some motorized as well, because that probably will be important for us. And I mean, how many artillery pieces do we have? Only 25? Okay, we're going to just train a bunch more of our garbage units. Get me up to 14? Sounds good. Do we have, we have 37 tanks. I mean, we got the state of Kelly. Ned Kelly's here. Isn't Ned Kelly from, like, Australia? I don't know what he's doing here in the middle of America. He's just kind of hanging out, I guess. Okay, we can also build these guys, which I kind of need to do. Industry. Let's build our combat premioforms. Take one off of rifle production for now, just to get these guys going. And I mean, this all looks pretty good, I would say. But I will say, at least right now, this seems like a good point for us to end this episode. So if you enjoyed, thumbs up. Then not enjoy, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.